This is Dr. Bharadwaz. I'm a medical doctor. I'm an expert in human health and human psychology. So today we are going to discuss on the topic of pulses. The topic for the day is pulses. So we will be looking deeply into these pulses today. So whether they are healthy, not healthy, if they are healthy, how to take them, what exactly are the pulses. We will be looking deeply into each and every aspect of the pulses. The first thing is we have to know what are pulses. So pulses are the dry seeds which are edible by human beings from the family Fabaceae or Leguminosae. These three characters has to be satisfied. They should be dried seeds, they should be edible by human beings, and they should be from the family Fabaceae or Leguminosae. So these are a part of a pod. We call the pod is a fruit from the family Fabaceae. It contains 1 to 12 edible seeds within each pod. So the fruit is in the form of a pod. Okay, so there are various categories of pulses. We call them beans, we call them lentils, we call them grains, we call them peas. These are the various forms of pulses. Okay, pulses. When the pod is wholly used, when it is green or when it is fresh, as in the case of cluster bean, French bean, hyacinth bean, cowpea and vegetable pea, it is considered as a vegetable. Okay, it is not considered as a pulse when we use whole pod when it is green. And also normally we use green peas when they are green and fresh. Even then they are not called as pulses, they are called as vegetables. Okay, soya bean and groundnut, some people consider them as pulses, some people consider them as oil seeds because we produce oil from them. There is a overlap between these two concepts. So, and there is one more confusing term, that is legumes. What is the difference between legumes and pulses? Any crop from the family Fabaceae is legume. So we will be using the crop either for animal usage or in the form of forage, or human being consumption in the form of vegetables or pulses, or we will also use the crops from the family Fabaceae as for nitrogen fixation. Okay, so any of these forms, if it is in the crop form, we call them as legumes. Okay, this is the difference between pulse, legume, and what is a pulse. What are the benefits and drawbacks of the pulses? Pulses are high in protein, pulses are high in fat, pulses are high in vitamins, minerals, and pulses also high in fiber. Okay, what is the drawback? The only drawback with the pulses, as in the case of cereals, is they are very rich in carbohydrate. On an average, any pulse, when you take 100 grams of edible portion in the form of dry, when they are dry, so it contains at least 60 to 65, and on average they contain 60 to 65 grams of carbohydrate per every 100 grams. So that is the drawback we have with pulses. Okay,
What are the commonly used pulses in India? These are Bengal gram, black gram, cowpea, field beans, French beans, green gram, kesari dal, lentil, mother bean, peas, red gram dal, and soya bean. These are the commonly used pulses by human beings.
and what is the conclusion? So if you take higher amount of pulses, it will interfere with the daily stoppage of carbohydrate up to 50 grams per day. If you take more carbohydrate, it is going to increase the carbohydrate content in the blood. This shoots up insulin. When the insulin is shoot up, the carbohydrate goes and deposits in the body in the form of fat in various organs, which is unhealthy. Once the insulin is shoot up, carbohydrate is gone, again you feel hungry. So in this way, again you hungry, you dump carbohydrate, it increases carbohydrate content in the blood, again insulin shoots up. So you will be entering into this roller coaster and you will be damaging your body. So how to deal with it? You can, pulses are very good, but there is a way to consume it. You can consume 50 grams of pulses when they are in the form of hydrated form, not in the dry form. When you can hydrate the pulses and take about 50 grams to 100 grams, there is no problem. You can get away with the 50 grams to 100 grams of hydrated pulses, and you can take that on daily basis. Okay. One more thing you have to remember about the pulses is you have to take the pulses as a whole or in unpolished form. If the pulses are polished, the seed coat or the testa is removed. This testa is very rich in vitamins, minerals, proteins and fiber. If you remove them, you are going to consume more carbohydrate than compared to other useful things. Okay. Yeah. One more thing about pulses is they are very rich in anti-nutritional factors. So how do we remove these anti-nutritional factors? These anti-nutritional factors that are present in pulses can be removed by soaking them, or they can be removed by rinsing them. Soak, rinse and cook. Soak, rinse, cook. These are the three ways of removing anti-nutrients from pulses and consuming them. Why do we actually remove this seed coat? Because when you remove the seed coat, it increases its aesthetic value, and one more thing is the shelf life is increased. That's the only reason. Other than that, we don't there are many disadvantages of removing the seed coat. Okay. One more point you have to keep in mind is these pulses are very low in vitamin A and vitamin C. So but when you sprout the pulses, when you take the pulses in the form of sprouts, they contain a bit of a small amount of vitamin C, not very much, but it contains small amount of vitamin C, which is helpful. And one more thing is these pulses are very low in methionine and high in lysine. Okay, so you have to keep this in mind. That's the reason you can see exactly opposite phenomenon in cereals. Cereals are high in methionine and low in lysine. That's the reason in Indian diet we take 3 parts of cereal with 1 part of pulse, so that everything is balanced and we get variety of food. But in our diet, in Aboriginal diet, cereals are not allowed. You can take pulses in the prescribed form. Okay, this is about cereals and pulses. Yeah, if you think the video is useful, please like the video. Help your kin and friends by sharing the video. Save the video for future references. Okay. Interact with me through the comments. Links for Instagram, Facebook and Twitter are provided in the description. You can follow us there. There is plenty of information. Finally, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell icon to become healthy and to stay healthy. Thank you.